always find the best way to explain the curiosity curve is to tell a story. Years ago, I we were doing training here. I'm actually in Atlanta, in case you can't tell from all the y'alls I dropped. Um, we had this client named Nick. And after we did this class on the questioning strategies, he came in the next week and said, "Oh my gosh, I totally get this now." Because he used to be, before he too was selling the heavy equipment, heavy construction equipment. I don't know how I ended up with these guys. When he was in college, he worked at a car dealership. And they had him like, when you, depending on where you buy, like when you buy a new car, how they wash it, or depending on whether you have a fancy car or not, you take it in for servicing and they always wash the car up and detail it before you get it back. Like, yeah, no. Okay, trust me, they do that. And so he was one of those guys who'd be working in the back. He was a gearhead. He loved working with cars, and it gave him some money to spend in college, right? Well, it was a holiday weekend, and you know what happens on holiday weekends, right? Big car blowout, big car sales, right? We just had a Memorial Day sale and all that. So they're like, a few of the salesmen did not show up. They had maybe celebrated the holiday a little early and were suffering from, what would we say? The Chardonnay flu, though I'm sure they didn't drink Chardonnay. So they didn't show to work the next day. So Nick is pulled out onto the sales floor to work. During this weekend, Nick sold 12 cars. Kid you not, he was a machine. So the sales manager comes and says, Nick, you're awesome. You're a natural. I want to send you off to whatever school is. You know how the auto dealerships always have their own training programs. Get you some training and make you a full-time sales guy. Awesome. How long do you think it took Nick to sell his next 12 cars?
A year.
A long time.
It was a long time, about 8 months.
Yeah.
So what happened to Nick? What did they do to him?
He stopped asking questions, started telling the customers.
100%, Brian. His first day out there, he's terrified and he's asking things like, do you want leather seats or cloth seats? Do you want it to go fast, or are you more concerned about safety? What are you looking for? So he's actually asking a ton of questions. Then they sent him off to school and he started getting all those little factoids. So he starts out, he's on the novice, right? Because he doesn't know, he's asking questions. But then when he got a little bit of book learning, we'll call it, people would come in and he would just start spilling his candy and telling you everything about the car. He didn't really care about what people wanted anymore. And so his sales plummeted. What he had to do was go to the professional where he started asking questions again.